KRASNAYA Polyana, Russia. Mikaela Shiffrin clinched the World Cup overall title for the third straight year in strange circumstances after snowstorms prevented the women's Super G race in Sochi from going ahead on Saturday. The 23-year-old American skier, who had opted not to race this weekend and is training in Italy, has a 719-point lead over second-placed Petra Vlhova with a maximum of 700 points now remaining this season. "It's quite strange because I am sitting here right now on my bed," Shiffrin said in a video posted to Twitter. "I could go jump around and do a little happy dance and that. I feel like nobody really needs to see that. It's pretty crazy." Shiffrin has dominated the season with a career-high 14 wins from the 29 races this World Cup season, branching out from her usual technical specialty to take 3 World Cup wins in the Super G. On top of that, Shiffrin added World Championship gold medals in the slalom and Super G last month to emphasize a bright future for the U.S. In women's skiing, despite the retirement of Lindsey Vonn, this year it's even something more special because a fair portion of my wins have come in Super G, Shiffrin said. "I always felt like I wanted to be able to earn it in all events. I'm working on getting to the point where I can earn it in slalom, giant slalom, Super G and downhill, but I felt like this season was a really big step." Shiffrin was already assured of winning the title in Sochi since neither she nor technical race specialist Vlhova, who was Shiffrin's only remaining title rival, are competing here. Shiffrin has suggested the high travel costs for Sochi discouraged her. Instead, she's training in Italy ahead of next week's races at the Czech resort of Spindler of Moyn. More women's races cancelled and Sika snowstorms and strong winds have played havoc with the first World Cup events in Sochi since the 2014 Winter Olympics. Saturday was originally meant for a downhill race, but that was cancelled after it proved impossible to hold any of the 3 planned training sessions. When that opened up a slot in the calendar, organizers tried to add a second Super G rescheduled from St. Anton in January, but the weather made that impossible. Governing body FIS has said the downhill and extra Super G will definitely not be rescheduled. The Women's World Cup Super G race in Sochi, planned for Sunday, has been cancelled after a week-long struggle with adverse weather. Days of heavy snow and strong winds have prevented any racing at the first World Cup event since 2012 on the Rosa-Cooter course used for the 2014 Winter Olympics. Sunday's cancellation helps Mikaela Shiffrin's chances of winning the Super G trophy, which she leads by 32 points from Liechtenstein's Tina Weerather with 1 race remaining.